The New York Rangers are losing their top scorer for an undetermined amount of time as Artemi Panarin takes a leave of absence following a serious allegation. We are very pleased to be joined now by Elliotte Friedman to help us understand the story because it is a complicated one. So, Elliotte, I'll set the framework. It begins with an allegation that Panarin assaulted a woman when he was playing in the KHL back in 2011. Where does it go from there?
I think where it goes from there, Jesse, is Artemi Panarin said he needed a leave of absence with the Rangers, which the Rangers obviously granted. And then other than that, I really don't want to jump to any conclusions. I think the smartest thing to do is just see where this goes. We live in North America. We read about Russia, but I don't know how many of us really understand Russia. It's very complicated. This is not a hockey story. This is a political story. Panarin has gone to social media, for example, to support Putin, one of Putin's rivals. What that can mean, what that brings with it, it's a really, really challenging thing. And I already see reports of people trying to figure out if this story is true or not. Undoubtedly, Panarin is also worried about relatives that he has overseas and what this can mean for their health and safety. I mean, there's a lot of things that are part of this story that I think a lot of us in North America don't understand the ramifications of them or don't recognize the ramifications of them. So I think what's going to happen is you're going to see reporters and others research it to see, is there anything to this? And I think you're also going to find people who say, look, Panarin has put himself in a political situation that's very, very complicated, very difficult, and something that a lot of North Americans don't understand. And we have to respect how he needs to deal with that and the space he needs during this time. And I think the Rangers understand that.
Now, what do you make of the Rangers statement? Now, sometimes when we have allegations of assault, the team will release a statement saying, we're going to look into this matter further before we comment. But they've already released a statement saying this is a fabricated story and has political motivation. So what do you make of the Rangers coming out on that side of it?
Well, the Rangers, I think, are backing their player. He's if you saw Ryan Strome's comments too, obviously Panarin's a very popular player on and off the ice for the New York Rangers. They feel that what they know of Panarin, he is to be backed and he is to be supported, and they came out in the strongest possible way of doing that. Judging from the reaction of the players, I'm not surprised that was the reaction of the team.
Now, what do you do if you're the NHL? Now, as you mentioned, this story has absolutely zero to do with hockey. It takes place in a country the NHL doesn't even operate in. But this is obviously an issue where you have players who are on opposite sides of the political spectrum in Russia. So what does the NHL do with a situation like this?
I think they let it play out. They investigate. They do their own search and try to see, okay, what do we have to know here? I'm sure they've been in communication with the Rangers. Like I said, I think the smartest thing is just to sort of let it play out, see what we discover, see what is discovered, and then make your decisions from there. Obviously, right now, the position of the organization is that we back the player. And if that's where we're starting from, and until there's some proof that something actually occurred here, I think that's exactly where we're going to be.
Well, we'll hopefully learn more in the days to come about this situation. Elliotte, thanks for your insight as always.
Thank you, Jesse.